Hi, I'm Rachel King. Welcome to my channel. If you follow me, you'll know I've been absent for about a week and a half. I haven't been well, and you can probably tell from my voice. So I just wanted to apologise for the quality of my voice. It's getting better. It's not quite there yet. I hope you don't find it too annoying. So this week I'm focusing on skirts, and I have got 10 lovely patterns to show you. As usual, I'll do a catch up after the review, but let's begin. So I'm going to start with a style from Style Arc, and it's the Annetta skirt, which I believe is only available as a paper pattern. It's a really nice, simple shape. You can actually make it lined or unlined. It's a one-piece skirt pattern, and it basically just wraps around you. It's just like a big panel of fabric with darts at the back waist to give it some shape, and two press studs at the front to secure it, and you've got this sort of asymmetrical hem effect with the wrap at the front. I think it would be great in boiled wool. You can actually, you can actually line it, of course, so I guess you would just bag out all the edges. Really interesting and very simple skirt from Style Arc. It's called the Annetta, and it's in sizes 4 to 30, and this is a paper pattern. Okay, moving on to a style from Vikisews. This is really elegant. This is the Cecile skirt. So it's like basically a pencil skirt with an asymmetrical panel on your right. So a very simple shape, waistband, concealed zip at the side, back darts and a single dart at the front. And then on the right, you have this shaped panel, which results in this kind of slightly asymmetrical, well, not slightly, it's an asymmetrical silhouette, which I think is extremely elegant. This is a PDF pattern and is in sizes UK 6 to 20. And Vikisews, they do their patterns in different heights, so they have 4 different heights available. So it's fully lined. It's got a side zip and it's got a hook and eye fastening. Beautiful in a crepe de chine, a really lightweight wool crepe, even a lightweight viscose twill. A really elegant shape from Vikisews. Okay, and I've got a couple from Vogue which I thought were quite interesting. And this first one is the V2050. Now, interestingly for Vogue, I'll put the link below for this. I'll put the link below for all the patterns. This is available as paper or PDF, which is a new one on me for Vogue. I don't know whether does anybody know? They're obviously introducing PDF availability into their pattern range. But this I thought was really interesting. I'm sure it's been around for a while, but I'm just looking at the image on my screen. It's based on a trench coat. I think it's really interesting. So it's got all the classic details. It's got the double button front closure. It's got the buckled belt with the belt carriers, and it's got this welt pockets, and then it's got this deep faced hem. And interestingly, they have 2 different hems. They've got a symmetrical handkerchief hem, and then they've got this asymmetric hem, which is slightly slimmer. Excuse me a minute. I think it's a really interesting shape. So again, it's paper or PDF, 2 size sets, 8 to 16 or 18 to 26, trench inspired, front button closure, belt loops, belt, welt pockets, either symmetrical or asymmetrical. Very nice one there from Vogue, the V2050. And another one from Vogue, the V1941. This is actually just a paper pattern. Size sets again 8 to 16 or 18 to 26. It's another asymmetrical skirt, and it's actually cut on the cross, and you've got 2 lengths, so you can have this sort of midi length, or you can go full length for something more special occasion wear, I guess, if you had somewhere to wear something like that, which I don't, unfortunately, these days. So it was very simple waistband, centre back concealed zip with a centre back seam, and then you've got this, I would say that's a fixed wrap detail at the front where it wraps over, and you've got this really nice deep hem facing, which I think is a really nice finish, because without that I think it would look quite ordinary, and it just gives it a really nice finish, and it'll make it sort of seem heavier and more quality, rather than have a mean little hem. This is just a paper one, 8 to 16, 18 to 26, as I said. So that's the Vogue V1941. Okay, moving on to Puff and Pencil, the buckle skirt. I like this. So many of their patterns are really quite sort of 90s, and I think this is another one of them. And it's kind of slightly low-waisted, which I think can be really, really flattering. And then you've got this adjustable buckle fastening with the straps, and I believe there's an inside button in there as well to secure it. Unlined, very, very simple, and then it's got this deep front facing and hem, so you've got that stitch line which continues around down the fronts and around the hem, and this slightly sort of low slung skirt, which is a fixed wrap, a buckle fixed wrap. I would, oh gosh, gabardine, lightweight gabardines, lightweight wools. It's unlined. I mean, you could even do it in a cotton sateen. Could sort of transcend the seasons, really. But I think I was quite drawn to the buckle fastening because it's got something of the kilt about it, which I just thought it was quite an interesting one. So that's the Puff and Pencil buckle skirt, and it's PDF. Extra small to extra large from Puff and Pencil. This next one is incredibly simple, but I just think an incredibly useful shape. You can see from the line drawings, it's simple. Again, it's a slightly sort of, I'd say, or just below the waist. It doesn't have a waistband. It's got a face waist finish and a side concealed zip, a centre back seam, and a reasonably deep hem. I really like this. I mean, they've made it in a plain fabric here, but you could make that in a statement print. Can you imagine that in a border print or a massive oversized floral print, and you could sort of place the flower sort of front and centre or near the hem. Just really interesting. Or you could just make it in a stretch woven cotton sateen in a variety of colours, and it would just be a really useful piece for your wardrobe. Again, you can make it in like cotton sateen for the summer. You could make it in heavier woolens for the winter. You could put a lining in it. There's all sorts of, I just think it's a really useful pattern. So this is a SisterMag 67-9 Longuette skirt, and it's a PDF, sizes 4 to 22. Okay, moving on to, move my screen. This is a lovely skirt. This is the Atelier Maxi skirt. I just think this is fab. And if you go on their website, you can see they've got examples of it made in, that looks like a gabardine to me, so it looks quite formal, but they've also got, I think they've made it in denim as well with the top stitching. So I just think it's fab. So you've got your fly front, and then you've got your side pockets at the front, and then you've got that sort of panel going down the side, patch pockets at the back. You've got a centre back split, but there's also an option you can see on the working drawings here. You can also have a split at the front too, which is optional, so totally down to you. And you could also make that shorter as well. So it could be very casual in denim. It's more minimal here in what looks like a gabardine. You could make it in corduroy. You can make it in a stretch woven velvet. I just think that's a really, really useful shape. And also, as I always ask, if any of you have made any of these, do tell us your experience of making them. That's always great. So that's the Maker's Atelier Maxi skirt, sizes 4 to 22 PDF. Okay, I've got another one from Makers Atelier coming up now, and it is the pleated skirt. So I chose this one because I don't know if you've seen the catwalks. This is it's quite a bit Prada, this skirt, I think, or Miu Miu even. They sort of had this slightly sort of preppy look skirt in the collections. Okay, so here it's been made in what looks like a crisp cotton, and the pleats have been pressed. But again, if you go on their website, and you can see they've made them in different fabrics, you could make this with a softer look. You don't have to press down those pleats if you don't want to. But I just think this is crisp and smart, and it's great. And I like the way they styled it with the white blouse and the boots as well. It has an option to do 2 different lengths. So let's just go into the details. Right, so it's a PDF, sizes 4 to 22. Box pleats. Again, you can go for the crisp look or the softer look. Really, a really versatile piece. Again, cotton's in the summer, lightweight wools in the winter. It's got side pockets, which is always great. A zip, and a button or a hook and bar fastening at the centre back, and again it's in 2 lengths. So that's the Makers Atelier, the pleated skirt, which I think is a great one. Okay, I've seen this, it's kind of, I've been seeing this for a little while. I think it's a relatively new pattern from the pattern room, the Tina skirt. I like this drop waist look. There has been a little bit of this on the catwalk. I think it's really, I actually think it's really flattering. So, you know, it's fitted from the waist down, and then you've got this sort of gentle gauging just below the hips, and it's, I would call that pretty much a maxi skirt. Beautiful, beautiful silhouette. I don't know whether I'd like a bit more fullness in that myself. I'd like a bit more gauging. I suppose it depends on the fabric you choose. So that's a Tina skirt from the pattern room, and its sizes PDF 10 to 18. Okay, and last but no means least is one, and this is bang on trend, and it's from the assembly line, and it's the balloon skirt. So if you're my age, you can probably remember puffball skirts quite well. I did wear some puffball skirts, puffball dresses. This pattern, you've got the option to do the puffball effect. So you can just make it as a simple, clean, full skirt, which is extremely elegant. But I also like the puffball look. I think it's great. You can imagine making it in some kind of sort of papery taffeta, for that great silhouette, with a nice pair of really high shoes, a really simple top, great for evening wear. I particularly like it. I'm guessing that the puffball option, the balloon option, must be lined, because you have to attach and gauge the outer to get that look. It is in paper or PDF, and it's got a variety of sizes, extra small to large, large to 3 times extra large, and there are lots of different options if you go on their website and see. You can purchase different options anyway. And one thing I would say about this, I think you've got to use wide width fabric, presumably because of the hem circumference on it. So I don't know that it would work with a narrower fabric, but all the information is on the link that I have put below in the description. So yeah, so to finish off, we've got an on-trend skirt there from the assembly line, the balloon skirt. Hope you enjoyed my pattern review and the patterns that I selected. If you've made any of those patterns, please share your experiences of it. If you've got a favourite skirt pattern that you absolutely love, please share that too. I always really enjoy your feedback. In other news, well, I haven't been going up so much because I have been quite unwell. I was in bed all last week with this awful flu type bug that I had. But very excitingly, I've got a new overlocker. It arrived last week, but I've been so unwell I haven't even had a chance to use it. I did have an overlocker, and this has replaced it, but my last one was just dreadful, and it was stopping me doing lots of projects because it was such a problem. So I'm so happy, so happy to have my new toy. Anyway, I'll show it to you in due course over the next couple of weeks. It's a Singer heavy duty, so a bit of a workhorse. So I'm looking forward to get to grips with that. Yeah, so please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can see lots of other pattern reviews that I've done in my playlist if you find those particularly interesting. I welcome all your feedback, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.